is the North End. This is the North End.
Hey guys, JP California coming at you from beautiful, sunny Southern California. It is the most beautiful day of the year. It is about 67 degrees with a slight brisk and a slight wind in the air. And you know what? All those people from Toronto, I feel very bad for you. You guys got to come visit once in a while. Southern California is pretty awesome, apparently. So you guys got to come visit. But the one thing that wasn't awesome today was Aston Villa getting absolutely baby slapped. It was like if Mike Tyson fought an infant, except Mike Tyson was jacked up on steroids, because we all know Man City's been cheating their way into having the players and the coaches that they do, and to building the club the way they have. So this is going to be a very different type of 5 things. It's going to be a quicker one. My first point is we don't care about the game because we're losing to cheaters. So does it really matter that much? I don't know. You know, when you have a club that's paying its players and its coaches off the records through fishy accounts and overseas Caribbean, Switzerland bank accounts, and you know you're feeding money into players to get them to come and paying their families and all sorts of stuff. I just don't care. I didn't care about this match before the game. I didn't think we'd win it because you're talking about a team whose B team is better than our A team. I didn't care whether we won or lost. I didn't think we were going to get anything out of this game, and it was pretty evident that we were not going to get anything out of this game. So, whatever. Losing to a cheater. I don't care. Number 2. Not everyone's going to be solid right now. And Villa did not look solid today, and we looked really sketchy. What did you expect when we were missing arguably one of our best players in Tyrone Mings? When you have 2 guys that are playing subpar, and I don't blame, Chambers had a really bad game, but I'm not pointing fingers at him because it's his first time playing in how long, in center defense against arguably one of the top 3 teams in the world. I'm not going to point fingers at them, and I'm not going to be like this over-the-top, crazy, aggressive kind of commentator right now. I'm not coming at the fans either today because I haven't seen any posts saying, oh, we were terrible because of this player or that player. I mean, there was some stuff about Chambers, but, like, how can you blame somebody who's played, 90 minutes all season? So, to me, it's not right. We were never going to look good. We only had 6 shots to Man City 17. They had 67% possession against our 32. We just don't look good. We didn't look good. We didn't look good in the whole first half, and even in the second half, I thought we looked better, but the game was already finished, so whatever. So number 1, we don't care about cheaters. Number 2, we didn't look good. We didn't look good. It's just how it is. Number 3, Bailey. Leon Bailey has been a consistent for us under Unai Emery. He was a consistent player under Steven Gerrard. And it's time that he is no longer a consistent player. I don't think he's been offering us enough in the last few games. I think he's been hot and cold, blowing hot and cold, and he's been blowing cold for a while. This was his worst game. He had a 57% pass completion rate. 57%. That's the lowest I think I've ever heard of for a Villa player. 57%. He only had 16 touches in the game. 16 touches in about 60 minutes. That's insane. That's terrible. That's 2 touches every 10 minutes. Right? I'm sorry. He's not good enough. And to me, it's like we got back Bertrand and Traore. I don't know. Flip a coin. They're going to be the same player in my head. And they're both sporadic at best. So Leon Bailey, to me, needs to be dropped. And he needs to be dropped for our number 4 pick right now. John Duran, and I think it's John Duran, but John Duran, who was a guy I said, hey, let's not put pressure on him, and I still believe that. He looked good when he came in. His physical presence was impressive. He pressed for us to win the ball back high up the field and counterattack for our quick goal through Ollie Watkins. But not only that, but he looked impressive. He got a much longer cameo today. He got about 40 minutes. maybe 35 minutes. But in that time, he had like 12 touches, right? So he had almost the same amount of touches Leon Bailey did in half the time frame. His pass completion rating must have been way higher because he was just better at it. He just looks powerful. He looks young. He looks raw. And I think he should start next game. Now, I'm not saying we need to put the world on his shoulders, but he had that collection chest turn volley that hit the crossbar, and it was a cannon of a shot. And for me, it just looks like a kid who's going out there and leaving everything on the table. And Leon Bailey looks like a guy who's going out there and just playing scared. So for me, John Duran needs to start the next game with Oli Watkins. And I think he's earned it, right? I think he's earned it. And number 5 is I can't wait for summer. I can't wait for summer. Not because of the transfer season, but I can't wait for Unai Emery to finish this season, have his layout on every single player, their positives, their weaknesses, their strengths, their negatives, their contributions, everything. I can't wait for him to look at that list and say, all right, you're not good enough, you're not good enough, you're not good enough, you're not good enough, but bye. Because he did that in January really well, where he just said, you guys are gone. Deadwood is gone. And then for him to do that again this summer, say you 5, you 4 guys aren't good enough. And then honestly for him to pick up 4 or 5 quality players. And I could see us getting 3 high-level, expensive players. Right? I could see us going for a new center back, a new center mid, and a new center forward, and then finding 1 or 2 players for the long term, the long haul players that could feed into the system. But I can't wait for the summer because I can't wait to see what Unai Emery will do once he's settled himself, once he's finally cleaned house, once he's finally checked his surroundings, found every nook and cranny of Aston Villa and had his mark on it, because he needs time to put his mark on Aston Villa. It's going to be a very, very interesting next 6 months. And as a Villa fan, I can't wait. That gets me excited. Playing cheaters doesn't get me excited. Waiting for the summer, seeing how things play out, seeing what players can step up between now and May. That is what interests me. So, very kind of nonchalant video today, and I don't care. It seems fine. I'm not worried about losing to cheaters. It'll be an interesting game coming up against Arsenal, that's for sure. But that is the 5 things, right? Don't care about cheaters, right? We've been poor, and today was poor. Leon Bailey, John Duran, and Boys of the Summer, baby. We'll call it Boys of the Summer for number 5. This is JP California. If you guys like this video, please like and subscribe. Get after me. Give me some comments. Give me some likes. I'm loving the viewer content. I'm loving all the other podcasts that I check out as well. But if you guys are fans of other channels, if you're fans of the EPL in general, please try and take a look. We try and do a weekly, like 1 hour video review to go over games and look at interesting topics of the week. We would love for you guys to jump in. We even got a guy who just randomly hit us up in the chat and we pulled him in. You know, we're not saying we're going to do that every time, but maybe you're going to give us some comments that we want to talk about. Maybe you give us a topic, anyways. And we can take that and we can run with that topic in our live video. We are based out of Toronto time, so I do recognize it's hard for some people from England. But keep following us, keep giving us support, keep giving us love, because we love you guys back. This is JP California, signing off.
This is the North End. This is the North End.